Hi, everybody. It's Wednesday. It's time officially for reading sprints. How the heck are you? So, yeah, we missed last week. It was Valentine's Day. I took the week off. It was nice, actually, just to have a week off. But hi, everybody. It's time for sprints. Let's see. John, thank you for becoming a member. I love that. Hello, Beth. Haven't seen you in a minute. Hey, Cassie, how are you? Maggie, hello, my dear. Hi, Sharon, how are you? And Melissa, hi, how are you doing? Yeah, I don't know. It's Wednesday, everybody. I don't. I didn't prepare a speech. What's everyone reading for reading sprints tonight? I have started at least one of our two sprints. I'm going to more than likely I'm going to read one and edit one because I'm working on my recap of The Mummy by Anne Rice. And it's a long video. The raw footage was an hour and 53 minutes. A lot happens in the book. So I'm trying to cut my way through it. So it's going up Saturday, so we better get to it. But for reading, I have 50 Beasts to Break Your Heart by Jenna Rose Nethercott. And Jenna Rose Nethercott wrote Thistlefoot, which I came out, I think, 2 years ago. Yeah, it didn't come out last year. It came out the year before that, I think. But yeah, I really, really loved Thistlefoot. It's so good. I'm only like 14 pages into this one. I'm already loving it intensely. These ones are all kind of like short stories, but it's delightfully, creepily folkloric that Thistlefoot felt like. So I don't know. I like it. I think it might be a little bit of an acquired taste kind of author, but I'm enjoying it so far. It's deliciously creepy. Let's see here. Ellen, hello. Hey, Larissa. Need to finish The Witchery by S. Isabel. Okay. Reading The Witching Hour. Ooh, okay. I feel like if you're here, you already know what I think about it. I have the whole video. Your third time? Oh, wow. Okay. Then you know what you're getting into. There you go. Oh, Thistlefoot or either one. Yeah, they're both very good. I mean, if you're fine with The Witching Hour, I think you'll be fine with it, but it does I would check trigger warnings if you need them. It's quite dark at times because it's historically based, like in Russia with the pogroms. It's like basically the Holocaust in Russia. So yikes. There's some very dark content in it, but it's very good. Let's see. A Fever in the Heartland about the KKK in the Midwest in the 1920s. Yeah, I would say so. If it wasn't, I'd be more concerned. If they were just like hanging out on a tractor doing nothing. Rule of Wolves by Leigh Bardugo. Yeah, Thistlefoot. Oh, good. I'm glad you liked it, Maggie. I love that. Rule of Wolves is fun. It's not the best Leigh Bardugo, but it's fun. It's Nikolai. I love Nikolai. Finished the most recent Hades Persephone installment. Yeah. So reading a little romance novella. Brain of Fantasy Break. Love that. Lady of Rooksgrove Manor by Catherine Moon. Okay, little monster romance. I've heard things about it. And it's quite spicy. So I was like, oh shit. Well, you both know I haven't read it yet, but I've heard things. Still got a few weeks until the final one. Okay, yeah. Dear, you don't want to get in a reading slump for that. Yay. Well, I'm glad you like it. Thank you. that's a video where I get a lot of my mean comments. Yikes. It's always that one. Because I dared say I didn't enjoy it. Oh, well. Anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about. Hi. It's been a really interesting week. It's been quiet. Is anyone else having like a really quiet week? because it's like eerily quiet. Like work is like quiet. And usually I'm so busy all day and I'm like, it's quiet. And I was like, this is the calm before the storm. I'm not sure. And like also I don't know. I cut my hair a little bit and now I have odd like bun physics. Does this happen to anybody else? Like I started cutting my own hair because frankly, the cut I get isn't that hard to do. So I started doing it myself. And the hair looks fine. Don't get me wrong. I didn't give myself a bad haircut. And just whenever I do get a haircut, my bun physics, it's time to like work themselves out. Because if it doesn't, it's like this. It's just I don't it's like a croissant. And this is like the 11th time I've tried this. And I was like, you know what? Batter up. I'm done. This is just how my hair is going to look today. Anyway. A Melbourne Taylor Swift trip. Ooh, very cool. Oh, that was fun. Well, obviously. It sounds like it was fun and it probably was. Yeah. Sorry. Bubbles got me. It's LaCroix. I'm just trying to get more water in my body because I feel like it's a contributing factor to my ADHD being like chaos brain today. I was a little chaos brain. Girl, look at it. That's a full croissant. Like, I've given up. Work has less work, but crazy weird stuff. Okay. Just software itself that we're supposedly to do in the software. Yeah. I don't want okay, so my boss is out of town on vacation. So I think that might be a contributing factor to why it's so quiet. Not that my boss is like a lot. It's just strangely quiet. But like even like I have so much like I don't like want to say I have like all this extra time. It's just like I have enough time finally to get everything done I need to do in a day done, which is great. But like I'm not getting enough like responses back. I'm just like shouting into the void, but I'm caught up on all my like follow-ups I need to do. But like I need them to answer. And no one's answering. So I'm like, well, maybe shit's gonna hit the fan next week. I don't know. So it's kind of just like it feels good now because it's like chill, but I'm like, when's the storm gonna hit? I have that like in the back of my head, like the worry. Okay. Yeah. I love my boss. We get along great. No, my boss is great. I best boss ever. It's just quiet. It probably would have been quiet if she were still here. I think it's not related to that, but I think it is a contributing factor. Basically. Anyway, I don't know. I'm just like I'm in a strangely good mood. Maybe I'm just like going crazy from sugar because I mean I ate breakfast and then I had a banana for lunch, but like that's so much sugar. So I'm just like it's like sugar and ADHD combined. So I feel like I have a chaos brain. So who knows how well this is going to go tonight if I can focus. But again, anyone just joining us, because I know there's a few people who just joined. Let me know what you're reading tonight in the comments. But for me, I'm reading 50 Beasts to Break Your Heart by Jenna Rose. Get there, Jenna Rose Nethercott, and I am loving it so far. I'm only 14 pages in, already love it. Oh, there's pictures. Sorry, spoiler. There's pictures. I didn't know there was pictures. There are a lot of it is 50 beasts, so I would assume there's a lot of like little beasts in here. But yeah, there's little short stories. But yeah, I'm liking it a lot. I want another like actual full-length novel from Jenna Rose Nethercott, but this is what we have so far. So we shall see. The Ruin of Kings. I love that book. I hope you're enjoying it. It's a lot because it's like dual timelines and like many perspectives. It's hard to like if you just look at it as it is, it's like this is a lot of content, but the way it's written, it kind of still makes sense. I didn't have a hard time following it, but it is a lot. I hope you're enjoying it because I really like that series. I read the whole thing. It's good. Okay. I have sugar. I have ADHD. We should just do a sprint before like I get sucked down the rabbit hole of something else because I feel it coming. I'm like, so I think I'll read for my first sprint just to get like settled into doing something. And then the second sprint, I think I'll spend some time editing. I think that's probably the best idea. Yeah, I agree. I mean, it continues on for like all of the books. It's always like that back and forth. Is it 4 books or 5 books? I don't remember. It's like the second to last book. It's not the best one. I'll just say that. But they're all good. It's not like it's bad, but that was like probably my least favorite. So just push through it. But anyway, let's do a sprint. Otherwise, okay. So then book 4 was like, I think it's the one with the octopus on the cover. But it's basically just group therapy for like a lot of pages. Anyway, let's do a sprint before I get distracted and forget to do it. So, Miles, our duck friend, is back. All right, everybody, 30 minutes starting now. Hello, everybody. Gently coming back from sprints. How did it go? I read a good chunk of my book. I read 50 Beasts to Break Your Heart by Jenna Rose Nethercott. It's actually a rather short one, but I'm up to page 64. So that's like 50 pages. I was on page 14 when I started, so like 50 pages. That's pretty good. My usual amount. But yeah, it's a bunch of short stories. Some are better than others. I think I've read several at this point. But yeah, some of them are real creepy. Like, oh shit. Kind of creepy. Anywho, put those away. Anyway, let's see where we left off here. Caitlin. Hello, you're reading Northern Wrath by Tilda Cold Holt. I hope you're enjoying it. Or is it Tilda? I think it's Tilda. I'm not sure. A Demon's Guide to Wooing a Witch by Sarah Hawley. If y'all aren't on the Sarah Hawley train, you should get on it. I love her stuff. I've already pre-ordered the next book of that series. It's really fun. Hope you're enjoying it, Larissa. 15 pages read. Nice. 320 pages to go. And A Fever in the Heartland. Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot. Well, at least it's educational, I suppose. Maggie, 53 pages. You're killing it. 12%. Great job, Helen. 5%. Chapter in a bit. Love it, Sharon. Good stuff. Need a ham and cheese sandwich. Yeah. Thought about doing laundry. You didn't do it, but you thought about it. I mean, that's half the battle. Well, half may be generous. It's like a good quarter of the battle. It's at least acknowledging you need to do laundry. I hope your sandwich was good. 20 pages. Great stuff, Caitlin. I love it. Yeah. I don't know. Now that I'm in the groove, I just want to keep reading, but I know I have to edit. I have to edit about an hour's worth of this video today because I dicked around yesterday and I didn't do any editing. I split it up so I would edit about almost 30 minutes of footage each day, so it wasn't overwhelming. And then I just did it yesterday, so it's on me. But in my defense, I might have been intoxicated. So I was in no mindset to edit anything. If it makes sense. So again, also my fault, but at least I didn't force myself to do something I didn't really want to do right then. Let's see. Read part of them singing and being Swifties. Nice. Yes. I still had a good time. I watched a lot of funny things on TV. Well, yeah, I don't remember really what I watched, if I'm being honest. I've been watching those documentary series that CNN did, on the decades. So I've watched the 1960s, and I'm working on the 1970s right now because I'm a nerd and I love documentaries. So I have 2 episodes left of the 70s, and I'm going to move on to the 80s. And then they have the 90s and then the 2000s, and they already have one on the 2010s. It's already out, and now there's not going to be any more until, this decade's over. But I've been having a good time with it. It's also comforting, even though they are talking about heavy subjects, they had a whole episode in the 70s about cults and murderers. And watching that whilst high, it doesn't sound like a good idea. But it's actually strangely comforting, at least for me, because I'm well, this stuff already happened, It already happened. I know how it's going to end. I'm not wondering what's about to happen. If I was watching something fictional, I would have to worry about what's coming next. This way, I already know. So it was comforting still. But yeah, I mean, that's probably not a good idea for most normal people. But for me, that's what I needed. I am in California. Everything I did was legal. 100% legal. We had a lot. You're right. We did. There's also other ones in other places. But yeah, we had a few of them. It was a lot. So did New York. I mean, we're kind of like the two big spots in the country. So I could see that. There's more people. Therefore, the chances of there being more murderers is higher because there's more people. But yikes. So yeah, don't do as I do. It's probably a terrible idea, but it was comforting last night. I don't know. It was soothing kind of because I already knew what was going to happen, and I wasn't like wondering because Greg was like, "Oh, do you want to watch an episode of The Sopranos?" And I was like, "No." Not that The Sopranos is bad. It's a brilliant show. We've been watching it. It's just like I'm the problem because I can't binge that show. It's too intense to binge. So we work our way through it slowly, and then I was like, I can't handle that right now. Like, it's the same violent content, but like, I don't know what's gonna happen. The Sopranos. I have to pay attention and like figure it out, and like it's easier in the past. So anyway, that was my evening. Yeah, it happened, and you survived it exactly. Hey, Kennedy. Thanks for coming and hanging out. I love it. But yeah, so I'm backed up on editing essentially because I decided to have a good time last night. But that's on me. Whatever. Um, there's more days. I'll get it done. Anyway, I'm just debating. Should we just go into our second sprint? Anyone want to know? 7 days in June. I'm hoping you're enjoying it, Kennedy. Yeah, I don't know. Well, yeah, I don't know. My ADHD brain wants to read 50 Beasts to Break Your Heart by Jenna Rose Nethercott. But I know I need to edit because like 50 Beasts is a perfect thing for ADHD because they're all short stories. Like it's just keeps you moving and it's like easy to like focus. But I have to edit or I'm going to have a problem. So why don't we go straight into our sprint? That way I'm not gonna like run down the rabbit hole of insanity. Yay! Good stuff. All right. Well, if Kennedy's ready, then we should all be ready too. You're leading us right now. All right, everybody. Let me bring back our duck friend. All right, everybody. Miles, our duck friend. All right, everybody. 30 minutes starting now. Hello, gently coming back from sprints. How did it go for everybody? I got about 10 minutes of footage cut, which is normal. Everything takes 3 times as long as your raw footage, for anyone who's wondering. So I have almost 2 hours of raw footage. It's a lot, but I'm almost done with yesterday's part. So that's good. So I have the rest of yesterday's and today's, but I'll get it done. It's fine. It's fine. It's going to be what it's going to be. Now I can just finish it tomorrow and give it a quick, cleanup pass, and it'll be done. It's a long video. I don't like to have that much raw footage. It's just shitty to have to edit. But here we are. I'm actually reading Rule of Wolves. I don't know if Leigh Bardugo's ever going to come back to that series, because there was rumors she was going to write a continuation series, but with Kaz being the main character. I don't know if that's still going to happen. I'd read it if she did it, but we'll see, because Kaz is in the Nikolai series a little bit, and things have definitely happened since the end of Six of Crows. There's a lot of changes. 26 pages, excellent. 30 pages of nonfiction, fabulous. Now you got 59 pages, love it. So yeah, it was good. I got some editing done and some reading done, so I feel like I'm productive, and I feel like my chaos brain is less chaotic. I'm thinking water helps too, because it's drowning out the sugar in my body. Regulating stuff. Another 5%. Great job. Love it. Yeah, that's it. I honestly have not read very much of anything this month. I don't know what it is. It was last February too. It's a shitty reading month for me. I'm just I just couldn't make myself read stuff. And then I was busy, and it was just a whole thing. So I've barely read anything this month. So next week, I'm probably going to try to pound back a few books, short ones, or little, historical romances I can just read in a night. I'm just going to try to pound 2 or 3 of them back. I'm just going to get all caught up at once like a crazy person. So that's the goal at the moment. I'll probably finish 50 Beasts tomorrow. So at least I'll have one more book read, but I'm behind. So I always set my reading goal for 100 books every year. And I am 4 books behind schedule. I'm so behind. I know. But I've read 10, so that's good. I don't think she, at least not for a long time. Yeah. Yeah. I allegedly, yeah. I don't know when or if it's ever going to happen for reals, because she's doing other things. She still needs to finish Ninth House off, because that series, it's only been 2 books, but I think there's going to be at least one more in it, because it was a cliffhanger at the end of the second book. So there's at least one more of that. And then she's writing that book that's coming out this year, soon, actually, I think in April, The Familiar. So yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, Alex's series, that's the Ninth House series. There's at least one more book. I'm not sure how many books are planned for that series. And then The Familiar, a completely different book that she wrote, which I have pre-ordered, obviously. But yeah, that's coming out, I think, in April. So right around the corner. And yeah, that's all I know about what's going on with Leigh Bardugo. Ending Ninth House with the 3rd. Okay, cool. I'm it has to have at least one more. She's not going to end the story there with nothing making any sense and someone has a glowing demon penis. Sorry, spoiler. It's been out for a minute, and that's not even that big of a deal. But if you're on the fence about reading it, well, there is a glowing demon penis. So, and it's not a romance. It's just there. No one uses it. And I was upset a little bit, because I'm no. This is Chekhov's glowing demon penis, and no one did anything about it by the end of the book. And This is like a sentence I never thought I'd say. Good way to end sprints for the night, everybody. Never mind about his length. The penis? I snorted. I snort when I laugh really hard. I did it again. Yet. Fair point. Fair point. Well made. I have theories about Ninth House where I think it's going. I don't know. I think if it does go that way, I'm going to be excited because I think it would be good. But if it goes a completely different way, who knows? It's not bedtime. It's 6:30. Anyway, that's the perfect note to end sprints on. We always go like a little unhinged during them, but I will be back next. Hey, sorry. Okay, so I'll be back next Wednesday with more sprints. There are several patrons and channel members in the comments. Next Friday evening is our book club. We were reading Butcher and Blackbird by Brynne Weaver. I finished it yesterday. So I read it. I was very excited to talk about it with all of you. So hopefully you guys can come next Friday. And that is all that I can think of. All right. I'm going to go have some dinner and then do my editing for the evening. That's what I got on deck. So yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me and reading some books. And also, we're going to end it on glowing demon penis. Good night, everybody. Bye.